Yeah, Veronica Mars, I'm watching you. Private eyes.
Hello, and welcome to your podcast, Veronica Mars. I am Joe.
And I'm Travis.
And today we are bringing you the gayest episode in Veronica Mars history, Season 1, Episode 10, and Echolls Family Christmas.
So this, in my opinion, is a perfect episode, period. And I feel like we should not have to discuss it. I'd rather you go watch it right now and come back to us next week when we talk about Silence of the Lamb. Thank you.
There really is no other way. Like, this episode is just going to be a praising episode because there's nothing bad about it. It is... I know I said Like a Virgin was my favorite episode not even 2 episodes ago, but this is like one of the contenders. It might not introduce like new great characters for Veronica to interact with, but it uses sandbox it does have perfectly. And there's, I don't know a better episode.
So this is not my favorite episode, but it's definitely top 3.
Okay, I'll take top 3.
I just think because it's not an episode I go back to a lot to watch. I'm never like, ooh, let's watch Echolls Family Christmas. I think it's because it's set at Christmas. It
feels like an episode you should wait for.
Yeah. And then I watch it, I'll be like, oh, this is fucking good. And then I'll just forget. But there's so many things going on in this episode that just, like, work. I think the writing has finally, like, this is the Veronica Mars writing I remember. This is the wit I remember.
Good segue.
This is, like, yeah.
Because this is a Diane Ruggiero episode, and I really hope I'm saying her last name right. For how much I love her and idolize her. I really hope that's how you say her last name. But she is hands down the best writer on this show. And like this episode, I think really spotlights that. Mm-hmm. Like, I know Rob gets all the praise since he created the show. Like, it's his show. He's the creator. But watching any of her episodes is like watching the blueprints for what the characters should be and like what their full potential can be. Like, if I were to write a Bible for the show and I needed someone to like really get a feel for what these characters should act like, I would point them to pretty much any of her episodes. Like, just this season she did Wrath of Khan, Girl Next Door, which, okay, those two were probably not our most favorite, but they were still good episodes. They had really great character moments throughout it. This episode,
you can be a great writer and have a crappy episode, okay?
Well,
not everything she's written is amazing.
I wouldn't even say they were crappy.
The Girl Next Door was
it was not crappy. Episode. It was just a little. Veronica needed to chill the fuck out.
It just wasn't. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, you're praising.
But
her.
anyway, Mars vs. Mars, Betty and Veronica, A Trip to the Dentist, if I recall, is your favorite episode.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Leave It to Beaver, she wrote with Rob Thomas. Driver Ed, the episode that I began watching the series with. Like, that was the whole reason I watched it, was after seeing that episode. Like, Ain't No Magic Mountain High Enough is my favorite episode of the series, and she wrote that one. She's just so good. Like, the way she writes Logan and Weevil in any scene feels like it just flows from her fingertips. Like,
well, every character,
she gets them and enjoys it.
Every main character this episode feels just like finally perfectly realized.
Yes.
Like, it's good. It's good. And I'm happy.
Like, I know, obviously, like, getting Kristen or Rob, like, as an interview on a Veronica Mars podcast would be, like, the height. But honestly, if we can get Diane on, that would be the greatest moment of my life.
Okay.
But I don't. She's amazing, and I don't feel she gets the credit she deserves for this series.
Well, she's also written some really good iZombie episodes.
I'm not surprised.
From what I remember.
I am not surprised.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what iTunes has to say. Are you okay with that? Are we good? Yeah. All right.
I've been watching a lot of Sailor Moon. Sorry, I'm in this weird anime. Yeah, let's do it.
Oh my god, I hate you. iTunes says, when Weevil's poker winnings are missing after a game at Logan's house, Veronica questions each player to piece together the evening's events and catch the thief. Meanwhile, on the eve of the Echolls' annual Christmas party extravaganza, Keith is hired by Lynn Echolls to track down one of the potential stalkers of her husband, Aaron.
So, how do you want to break this down?
However you want.
Oh, that's so kind of you.
I know, I'm a very compassionate, giving person.
So I guess I want to start with I don't know. There's two major storylines in this episode, I guess, and they kind of converge into one.
Can we talk about the teaser real quick then, since that probably won't really come up in any major storyline moment with Keith and Veronica decorating for Christmas?
Oh yeah, I actually have no notes about that. I apologize.
What? You are a monster. This is like one of the greatest scenes of the episode, and it's like right out the gate.
I like that they're just a father-daughter, and he just wants her to like save her money and have a good Christmas. Is this their first Christmas without Leanne? I can't really remember.
Ooh.
It might be.
I feel like they didn't mention it in the episode, and I feel like I don't know.
Because it's only been a year since Lily died. It's been exactly a year since Lily died. The last couple, whatever.
That was like 5 episodes ago.
Yeah.
At the memorial, correct? That's what you're basing it off of? So
I guess, because she died in the summer? Actually, I can't put this together. This might not be the first Christmas alone.
We need a timeline.
This might not be the first Christmas alone, but it's super cute.
It is. And the way like Keith is like being really anal about the Christmas tree decorations and making sure everything's spaced apart perfectly.
So
it's so cute.
It's funny because my dad's a huge Denver Broncos fan. So we have a whole bunch of Denver Broncos shit all over our Christmas tree. And like his Christmas stocking is a Denver Broncos Christmas stocking. So it's very similar to like how Keith and his like baseball paraphernalia is all over the Christmas tree. So I appreciate that because it's very realistic.
I like the little exchange where she's like, there's some people who think Christmas is about the birth of Christ and not baseball. Well, we're all entitled to our own religions, Veronica. Oh, it's really great. And then when she asks him what he wants for Christmas, and he's just like, your love and respect.
I mean, that's all we
have.
And
I really believe that. I fully believe Keith is just respect boundaries. That's all I want for Veronica, Christmas.
When I say don't go into the fucking compound, don't go into a compound.
I don't like yelling at you.
But it makes for such good TV.
And then I really love that Keith stops everything for the Heat Miser song. Because
I love that movie.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite Christmas movie that's not like Elf.
My favorite Christmas movie is Batman Returns.
You're so edgy. Look at you. I have a non-conventional favorite Christmas movie. Die Hard is a Christmas movie, guys. And I'll die on this hill.
Or like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I always really liked.
Like the claymation one that... Yeah, that one's... I love all of those. That one, and then like the Frosty.
I don't like Frosty the Snowman.
Oh,
no, not Frosty.
Probably the weakest of them, but I like it.
It is the weakest one.
They all have such great songs.
Yeah, and that's the only reason I listen to the Glee Christmas soundtrack is because they covered a bunch of them.
I still won't. That is so triggering.
I love Glee minus like the Baby It's Cold Outside song, which I always take off.
Wait, is that the Kurt and Blaine one?
Yes. Because I think Kurt has a horrible voice. I think he can't sing, and there's a reason why he was never a soloist, because he has a really bad voice.
Well, going up against... anyway, I don't want to talk about fucking Glee. No, anything else. Take us to a scene. Take us to a scene!
Okay, so I guess we'll just kick off into the... just, I guess, the main mystery. The
Sean Cody casting
game.
party.
Yeah.
Where everyone gets a little naked, and this episode gets real gay. The homoerotic stuff, like, it's not even subtext. It's like...
Oh, I know,
bam.
like, the whole... We'll get to it, but the whole Duncan and Logan, like, breakup is
oh
like...
my god.
Fuck. Just, like, fucking...
Just fuck already. Like,
I know.
god damn. But this... I could not have written a gayer episode with it not being on HBO. Like, involving a lot of butt sex. Like, this is the gayest episode, and I love it. It's perfect.
So let's talk about our suspects. Let's start with Connor Larkin, the actor dude.
Connor.
I actually thought he was pretty funny. Like, I thought he was a good mix, and I kind of wish they would have brought him back. I like how Veronica's like, Larkin? I mean, I will go question him if I have to.
I will take one for the team if this is what it has to be.
When he's all like, she's all like, oh, his abs are worth whatever. He wasn't that defined. Like, I don't think his body was that great. Logan had a better body.
Oh, dude, Sean had a better body.
Yeah,
almost.
Like, it was weird. I'm like, oh, he's not that ripped for the way they're talking about him.
Right.
I'm like he was super attractive.
He has a photo shoot for Vanity Fair coming out. But
also, I'm pretty sure Vanity Fair doesn't put topless men on their magazines. Last I checked,
they might have a special issue. I don't know.
But it was just, it really, like, maybe it's just me, but it really bugged me how they're just talking about how ripped he was. I'm like, but he has such little definition. That's all I have in my notes.
That's all Logan you have. That's it. We're done.
Logan has more defined abs than Connor. That's my one Connor note.
I think his greatest moment was when Veronica walks up to him and he's like, too shiny. She's like, no. But sorry. But the way he's
like, I don't want it to look too gross.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm supposed to be sweaty, but I don't want to be gross. I think you're good. Like, that was his best delivery in the episode.
Too shiny?
No.
My helicopter gets shot down mid-flight, so I'm supposed to be sweaty, but I don't want it to be gross.
But I also liked how, like, douchey Hollywood actor he was, because he's all like, Logan says it best. He's like, did the soapbox come with the sink?
Yeah. Okay, so I like that he calls out Logan on it. However, when Veronica's going to visit him, and he's like, yeah, and I feel sorry for the kid who won, too. He was pretty cool. He was real. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wants to be the white savior so bad.
That's what I love about it. That's what I thought it was so
funny. He wants to try and turn Weevil's life around, like, so bad. Yeah. He's like, let me rescue this youth.
So yeah, that's Connor. Duncan, I thought was pretty good in this episode. I enjoyed him and Veronica are kind of like back to just like sort of being friends. You know? No?
I'm sorry, my notes are in sequential order, so I'm going up and down my notes, whereas I'm sure you're reading yours top to bottom.
That's how I do it.
No, I mean, this is an episode where I'm just like meh about Duncan outside of him and Logan's romantic relationship.
Well, we can talk about their...
No, I want to talk about Veronica and Logan. We can do that. Because
also, Veronica and Logan, or Duncan and Logan, or Duncan and Veronica. There's so many triangles in this episode. So many ships.
Oh my god. Veronica and Duncan. What did I say?
You said Duncan and Logan.
Well,
that too.
Got it on the mind. No, I really enjoy when Veronica's like, you lie down with dogs, you're gonna get fleas.
Yeah. And
then Duncan's just like, I didn't invite him. I wasn't talking about Weevil. That was so good. I guess that's all I really have to say about them.
I enjoyed the cute banter when she's like, you couldn't have just been a normal, you had to be lazy and could just write your journal out.
She was so fucking annoyed at him.
Or under like a cleverly assumed pseudonym, he's like,
it was pretty prolific. Like,
but their relationship wasn't like They didn't have sex.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Veronica just doesn't remember it.
Oh, I guess because I guess at that point he thinks she knows.
Right, because... Wait, that would have been the way it worked, right? Like, Beaver... let's not get into that. But... I know this is a podcast where I don't care about spoilers, but I also don't want to.
Episode.
So I guess, speaking of that, like, we will not do any spoilers about season 4.
I guess we shouldn't.
Not at all. Like, we will have one episode dedicated to, like, an overview of the season. Once it releases, we'll release it as a special episode. But outside of that, we will not talk about season 4 until we get there in sequential order. Because I don't care about spoiling a show that aired 15 fucking years ago. However...
Yeah,
I'm not gonna like talk about something that just aired, especially since we don't know if it's gonna be available right away in every country, and I don't want people to have to be like, please don't bring up anything. Like, we won't. That would be super fucking rude.
My biggest fear is I'm gonna hate it, and I'm not gonna want to do this podcast anymore.
What? Oh, your biggest fear? I thought you meant like this. So we got to finish all these episodes, Joe. Let's start recording. Damn. I know we want to be ahead, but I didn't think that far ahead. All right, let's get back on track here. What do you have for After Duncan, Veronica?
Weevil
is a god. This is his shining episode. He is so on point. Like, every line that comes out of that man's mouth.
I thought he was a bit of an asshole to Veronica, though.
No.
Like, he's needed her help several times at this point.
He just helped her.
Twice. Yeah, it's a quid
2
pro
episodes
bro.
ago. She's helped him once.
Yeah, getting out of jail.
Ugh. That was his grandmother's fault. Like,
no, it was Charo's fault.
Well, yeah, it was his fault, but...
Oh, his grandmother wasn't very
she was
helpful
like,
either.
Let him rot. He'll get out soon. No, she wasn't that bad. But no, I don't think he was too bad to Veronica, especially...
I just thought he was...
Especially for that ending line where they're at the party and he's like, I really don't fit in here. It's like, yeah, me either. I don't belong here. Oh my god. I can't imagine anyone seeing me here. Like, it just... If I was Weevil, that'd be super annoying. Like, girl, you were literally part of this world. Like,
yeah.
Lynn just mentioned in this episode that Mars hung out with all of them. So, like, 100%, she fits in there. She's just ostracized right now.
Yeah, she's just having a rough patch. She'll be back next year.
Okay, so the way Weevil, when Duncan confronts him in the hallway, first off, did Duncan really think he could take on Weevil and the PG-13 gang? Like, it wasn't...
I was gonna say...
Good job, buddy. Like, dream big.
Whoa, dream big!
It's not gonna happen.
I mean, also, at the end of the day, if everyone thinks Weevil stole the laptop, is this computer not password protected?
Right?
Were laptops not password protected back in 2004?
Considering his father is Jake fucking Kane of Kane Software, like one of the biggest tech companies, that boy better use a password. But what I was gonna say,
and I don't really see Weevil going through like his journal. If anything,
he's just gonna destroy it. Like,
he's gonna destroy it or like get it wiped so
sell
he has
it.
a laptop.
Well, I guess if he sold it to someone and they were able to break into it, like, oh my god, I got, like, if Mac bought it and wanted revenge for some reason.
But all it would be like, oh hey, Veronica and Duncan had sex. But I assume everyone in the high school assumed they already had sex.
Oh yeah, when you're the Brad and Angelina of Neptune High.
So it's not really, I don't know. The way he makes it sound like their relationship was like this fucking torrid affair where like he was married and she was married. Like, they're fucking like, they're 15-year-old kids at that point.
But
like,
it was about his feelings about her.
Yeah.
And her feelings to him and her supple bosoms and whatever
teenage
boys think is
I
deep.
just assumed he was writing some really nasty things on there. Or like, I don't know. Because I was going to say like, porn wasn't that great on the internet in 2004, so...
It'd be more embarrassing for him than her, I feel.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
But what I was originally going to say, when Duncan, like, harasses Weevil, and just the way Weevil says,
how does it feel to want?
There's just something so fucking hot about it.
Oh my god.
I'm going to try not to just keep saying that in this episode, because Weevil was just so good.
Yeah.
Don't give me that fucking face. Just keep this boat moving, sir. Keep this boat moving. You wanted to steer. Drive.
So Logan was actually pretty likable in this episode.
Really?
Okay,
This is literally Logan's most racist episode.
But okay, so he was like a raging jackass, which is fine. That's just Logan. But I really like the moment where like everyone's like watching Lynn, and he's just like,
no.
Oh, no.
Well, no, I like that moment, but I'm sorry. No, Weevil is the MVP in that scene.
No, he is. I'm not disagreeing with you. Calm down.
I'm sorry. I have a lot of feelings.
We all know who your MVP is already. Calm down.
Shut up. Don't spoil it. You know how we just talked about spoilers.
But I like that moment where even Weevil was kind of like looking at Logan, and it's kind of like, this is kind of messed up. That we're all kind of like jerking.
Dude,
off
like
to his
even
mom.
Duncan is like rubbing his face against.
Well,
the
because
window.
Duncan's pretending to be drunk.
Still, you know, he was enjoying that moment,
and that I feel like was clearly not.
He could have drunkenly be like, "No, guys, let's not."
That was clearly not Lynn who jumped into the pool.
Lies.
Or whatever.
Lies. You leave Lisa Rena alone. She's on one of the housewives.
I know.
I don't know which one.
I want to say LA. That seems like
It's
the
some
most
California
obvious
one.
answer.
Whichever the one is it Beverly Hills?
Beverly Hills is probably
Yeah.
it. That seems to make sense.
That's where they want to be.
But I really liked Logan in this episode, and I like when
I do for the most
Logan
part.
and Duncan had like a little fallout. Because
Oh
yeah,
my
it's
God,
true.
That whole exchange between them when Duncan like initiates the fight. Logan's like, "You were so drunk you wouldn't know if Kris Kringle walked in and took the money." And then just Duncan's like realization of Logan becoming like worse and worse over time. Like it gives hope that maybe Logan wasn't always like this. Like in any of the flashbacks where Lily was alive, I feel like Logan was not a jackass.
Well, because Lynn says it like Logan had a rough time, has been having a rough time.
Yeah.
Because I don't think at that age, Logan, from what we can tell, was like so head over heels in love with Lily.
Yeah.
This was like the love of his life, the only woman he'll ever love, like blah, 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 blah. And then she dies, and you're like 15, 16. You don't know what to do with that, like, energy or that
Right?
emotion. So you just,
Like
it gets filtered.
I'm really glad that Diane got to write this episode that starts to kind of turn Logan into not a soulless human being. Like it's a lot better than just like his dad beats him. Like it adds depth to it. I feel that I don't know if another writer would be able to capture as well as she did in this episode.
Yeah.
It's like not even 4 episodes ago, I was just like, meh, I don't care, meh, fuck Logan, meh. Like he's one of my favorite characters. Don't get me wrong. Just at the beginning of the season, it's just like meh. So I appreciate this episode and the work she put in.
Yeah, and I like the little makeup at the end when he's like, "We're good? Yeah, we're good. Let's not talk about our feelings. We'll just figure it out in the bedroom."
Well, Duncan did start to get drinks, so.
So we're all assuming Logan's the top, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like that Duncan couldn't be a top.
No.
Just
Logan
that
likes to
Logan
take a break
has
every once
top
in a while.
energy. He is like pure top energy.
Well, Duncan's also very submissive, from what I can tell.
Oh god, what's that line in season 2? If cuddling was the best part, he's not doing it right. Yeah, Logan is total top. It's not happening. Maybe if you got him like Somali or something. And
But I think every once in a while, Logan likes to he just likes to receive.
what is this blessing?
Logan has needs. Anyway, so let's talk. Let's talk about our final bachelor, as Veronica put it, Sean, who I fucking hate.
He is like literally the worst character to come across this show so far.
I don't understand why he gets driven to school, because it's not like his dad drove him, because his dad's not the chauffeur, right? So just like, is he just allowed to take the chauffeur?
I don't, like, maybe it's like after they drop off whoever they're really supposed to drop off.
Maybe. And
it's just like on the way to back home.
Because I guess that means the people that Sean's dad worked for don't have kids.
Right, otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, because everyone at Neptune High assumes Sean lives there. So no one's ever been to Sean's house. Sean doesn't have any money, so he doesn't go to any of these events. Because it's not like his dad would be invited. I just don't understand why no one, like...
Right, I feel like when they were breaking the episode, they're just like, here's this character. You just gotta shoehorn him in. But she, like, even though, like, he's obviously, like, a one-shot character in this episode, like, he's written well enough to where he doesn't feel like, oh, you're super random. Like, where did you... I buy him being part of that world.
Yeah, I agree. He fits into this world disgustingly well.
And the way they get Connor into is really believable. It's just like it's a really good way to have like these random characters in that aren't going to be back, but they still feel.
Well, Sean shows up a couple more times in the series.
Really?
He's in A Trip to the Dentist and Donut Run.
Huh. I am blanking hard. That is awesome. Look at all my cred just.
Well, I knew he was in A Trip to the Dentist, but I just double-checked. He's also in Donut Run.
Oh, okay. Well. Yeah, he is the absolute worst, and I am not going to use any of his quotes in here. Like, the whole I'm projecting a ghetto aesthetic.
I thought he...
Ugh.
But, like, he was disgusting, but, like, perfectly disgusting.
Oh, yeah. No. He's written great. Like...
He had such, like... He was just trying so hard and pushing so hard to be like, I am a rich... white piece of shit.
Yeah.
I am a rich... Like, every morning
you're going off script. You're going off script.
I am a rich white man.
I demand respect. Do you know how marginalized I am in America now? How hard it is? They want to tax me. No, he's...
And that's why I thought the twist was gross. Good, where he was the butler's son.
Yeah.
And I just want to say...
His dad has the worst fitted suit ever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
like,
he does.
He is swimming in those pants.
I'm like, you guys can't afford a size down?
Like, I wouldn't... If I was that rich, I would not let my butler look like that, answering the door, looking like little orphan Annie. Like, no, ma'am, I am not paying you what I'm paying you to... No.
Also, why
didn't
Veronica...
they Sorry.
But I don't understand why Veronica assumed that was Sean's dad. Because would you just not assume that was the butler?
Well, they said they called for him and they have the same last name.
But doesn't she at the very beginning? Oh, maybe she doesn't.
And that's not like... Okay. Also, she's like, he's not going to be home at like
3.
Yeah, noon or whatever time she said.
3.
In that suit. Like, if you're that rich, you're also not wearing... That was a dead giveaway.
So, have you seen any of Donald Trump's suits?
Yeah, and he's a joke.
But he's also rich and wears crappy suits.
That's true. That's true. But have you seen anything on that man? Like, nothing.
Anyway, let's talk about, Trump. I think, I'm going to just say this is my favorite scene in the entire series.
Oh.
And
all right.
I can say that with 100% confidence. And if I contradict myself later on,
I think I know what it
send
is,
me hate.
And I really hope I'm right.
But when Veronica does her Who's Done It, and then the Carol the Bells start playing, and she's like walking around and like, we get all the flashbacks, and she's telling like, it's not Duncan, it's not Connor, blah, blah, blah. And like the huge reveal. Mm-hmm. There's something about it.
No, that is such a good fucking scene. That is the
perfect.
I think that's the best mystery reveal we get in this. It's top 5 to 3 that we've gotten in the series of reveals.
Because like, just the music. Like, I love Christmas music because it always sounds so like daunting.
Yeah,
like, so, like
especially with the bells and everything.
Yeah. And just like, I love when she's like, I'm a little miffed though. I almost got to say the butler did.
That's your favorite line of the series?
No, just the scene.
Oh, the whole
not my favorite
scene.
line.
Oh,
the scene.
okay.
The whole scene.
No, that
is just so perfectly shot, and like it's
the way she
going
lays
around.
it
She's
out.
kind of walking around. Yeah, and we get all the quick flashbacks, and like, that's the perfect
beautiful
mystery breakdown. Like, I kind of it's
it,
a tie
like,
between
brings
this
you
one
into it. Like you're like,
yeah,
even though like I obviously know who did it. Like I was still like kind of edge of my seatish, like leaning into it because it's so good.
Because Veronica's just also so cocky about it.
Mm-hmm. She is so happy. She's like, I got it. I love it.
I still don't quite understand how she figured out how he put the money in the drinks. Like I don't. That seemed like
no,
because
I was thinking of that too, and then I kind of, I think it was because he kept mentioning that he brought his own beer. Like everyone kind of kept mentioning that, and then
I think
it kind of
clicked
for her.
Wide necks, whatever they're called.
Yeah, wide
bigger,
mouth.
Yeah, wide mouth. I don't know.
Well, wide neck too, I believe. But yeah, I think that's kind of what pictured it in me. If she's like, why did he bring like shitty beer? Like, oh, so he could sneak the money in. So that's.
But you know what? That's a risky move because like
right. But the fact that it was a green bottle and then green money, kind of, I feel helped.
Well, no, because you can totally see the money. Because it's a good thing the maid wasn't really like
right. Oh my god!
Because whenever I put stuff in the recycling, I also make sure it's empty first, so I don't get all sticky in there. But the maid's just like doo 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 doo. Like if the maid would have found that, she would have been like bonus.
Right? I would have. Shit. Merry Christmas to me.
But I also forgot to mention, I love that Weevil steals a Fabergé.
Yeah, he just like puts it into his coat. He's like, oh, gotta take this.
It reminds me
Good
so
for
much
him.
of the scene on The Simpsons where the bullies are at the airport and they're opening people's luggage. And they open it up and they're like, another box of Fabergé eggs. And they just smash them because they're just like, another box of stupid eggs. And they just smash them because they don't realize they're Fabergé eggs.
Oh, it's so good.
So I'm like, did Logan or did Weevil just take the shiniest thing he found? And also, why is there a Fabergé egg in your fucking pool house?
Right, it's like set up as like Logan's like gaming pad or whatever. But Lynn is just like, you know, I don't really have room in the house for these
Fabergé
Fabergé eggs.
Stupid eggs.
I'm just gonna put a little bit into the pool house, honey. It's okay. They're tucked over here in the corner.
I also feel bad for the person because Logan didn't clean up the messy maid.
Oh,
the maid had to walk in and be like, "What the fuck?
Fucking hate this place."
Yeah,
she just does not. Oh god, no. But I agree that the reveal scene is one of the strongest scenes in the series, hands down.
I think right alongside the Lily murder reveal scene.
Oh, I know who did it. Oh,
yeah,
still goosebumps.
I think this one.
I got goosebumps.
This one's slightly better just because it's less drawn out. Because it doesn't need to be long. Like the Lily one you needed to like do a whole season worth. But this one is like so to the point, and like all your bases are covered, and everyone in the scene is just like. Because I like when Veronica's like, and Connor's not a drug addict. And Connor's just like, what?
Yeah, his face.
He's like, guys.
Like, really? Like what?
And then when she's like to Logan,
he's got it all. Motive, access. Looks like an evildoer, smells like an evildoer, but surprisingly, not so much.
It's a great moment, and I rewatched it last night when I was rewatching this episode. I watched that scene like 3 times in a loop because it's
so good.
Good.
It's
good.
So
and
good.
this is why Veronica, like if you're gonna watch one episode of Veronica Mars, I feel like this is such a good episode because it captures all the characters. It captures what like the series is, and like it doesn't have any like Lily Kane stuff, so it doesn't really like murk it. It's such a great standalone episode.
It's not at all a standalone.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, but it's also not a standalone episode, so it works on so many levels.
Yeah, because it'll keep them intrigued. Like, wait, what? Wait, what's going on? Did he live?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes, he did.
For another year at least.
Which, okay, so the chick that stabs Aaron is literally a hero. Like, I wonder if she can get an appeal going and be like, hey, so the reason I actually did this was I knew he killed Lily Kane, so I was just trying to help with that.
So I guess we can discuss the next story. You have anything else to say about the
shit
story?
I did not mean to do that. I apologize. I probably do. Give me a sec.
I was a little sad to see that Wallace once again was kind of like,
oh yeah,
a side
we
player.
got a little bit more. What I really, really liked though was that that first scene after the teaser with Veronica kind of like she's asking for help with her dad's Christmas present.
Yeah.
And like, granted, we always say how much Veronica asks for her help, but this is such like a normal thing for friends to do.
Yeah.
It's just really cute to see, and I'm glad we got that moment. And the whole...
Check it out.
You know this is for a baseball camp, right? It's not like a hot guy catalog.
Do they have a hot guy catalog?
Yes. Yes, it's called a fireman's calendar.
It's called the internet. Like, just...
But back then, it wasn't the same thing.
That's true.
But I do appreciate... Because Veronica says, I'd be such a great rich person.
Yes.
And it's really funny because Kristen Bell's that kind of rich person. Her and Dax Shepard are such like, they live such modest lives.
Mm-hmm.
But you know she's like raking up money because she did all that, she did whatever makeup or skin
Cover girl
thing. So,
I'm pretty sure.
Olay?
Cover girl?
It was one of them.
Olay is like...
Skin, she did something for skin.
Okay.
I don't think she did hair. Anyway, she did a bunch of endorsements. So I feel like she was making bank.
Oh god,
and
yeah.
So so I found it really funny because that's pretty much Kristen Bell is a nice rich person.
It's very, very true.
And then I appreciate the scene later because near the ends of the poker thing where she calls Wallace. It's like, are you still in the administration office? Just a teeny
right. It's not even that big. Chill. It was really cute. Okay, I do have... Maybe you can shed some light on this for me because I'm at a loss and I've watched the scene like 5 times. Okay. I don't get this joke. So when it's a flashback to them in the pool house and everyone's naked and Weevil's searching them or whatever, and it's when Veronica's grilling Sean about it, and Sean's like standing there half naked or whatever, and he's like, this is ridiculous. Connor says, yeah, I usually get 6 figures for this. And Sean asks Weevil, what about you? And then Weevil says, I'm the one who got his money stolen. And then Sean says, I'm thinking crabs. And then Weevil says, I told your mother to clean up. Which, I get that part. Okay. But why did Sean say, I'm thinking crabs to reply to, I'm the one who got his money stolen?
I think he means like that's why Weevil doesn't want to undress, is because he has crabs.
Oh.
That's how I read the scene.
Okay, that makes more sense.
I thought you were gonna.
That was my only issue with this episode was I did not get that joke.
I thought you were gonna be like, you didn't understand what Connor meant by 6 figures. I was gonna be like, it's money, Joe.
I know I have not seen that much money in my life. However, I'm not an idiot. No, I didn't get that joke, and I was hoping. So thank you for solving that for me. Oh,
and I'm usually the dumb one,
right? Just okay. No, okay, and then I guess a moment where another jackass Logan is where he doesn't tip, or he tips like $4 off of like 5 pizzas.
Yeah.
And I love that everyone calls him out though. Well, except for Connor or Sean, because Sean's a piece of shit.
It's really sweet that Weevil pitches it.
Yeah. What is it? Oh, yeah. It's a kinder, gentler Weevil.
It's Christmas, even for the delivery boys.
Parum pum pum.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I enjoy when Veronica walks in for the poker game, and Logan's like, ho,
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 yes,
ho. And one thing,
and Veronica's like, ha.
But like, she drops her bag, but it's so weirdly forced, and then Weevil. It's such a weird beat. I'm like, what was the point of this? Just show that Weevil's a nice guy, because we're already there.
It's like they got something in that scene they wanted, but she accidentally did that, but they just kept it and kept going with it.
Yeah.
Are we in the next segment, are we talking the Veronica Logan stuff?
We can include that here. Is there?
Because it's when she's grilling him.
Yeah, so this is still Veronica.
Okay.
We can talk. I totally forgot about that stuff.
I have a whole section.
I know you did, because I'm not a huge Love fan, so I actually have no notes.
It's okay, I'll carry us both.
Work that core.
However, Logan's kind of a dick, and not in like a fun way, because like right out the gate, he's super fucking aggressive with her. Yeah. Like, and not in a fun way where I'm like, oh, that's cute. I was like, damn. Like, it's the...
I've been meaning to ask you something. Did your super sleuth kit come with a decoder ring? Do you have a pen that writes with invisible ink? Never mind, don't care, mush. Mush?
Like, that whole, like, Jason Dohring leaned into that. Like, it just felt so angry.
Well, I think Logan is just so angry that someone stole the money.
Yeah.
He doesn't know who, and now he has fucking like
he has to deal with
PG-13
Veronica
gang. Well, and he has Veronica, and he's like, "This has nothing to do with you. You weren't here. You're not dating anyone here. Just fuck off. Why do you always need to be at the end of my rope?"
But then he like realizes, like, oh no, I guess I really want this solved. So come back. The whole Rosie Perez story about her thinking Logan was a girl and getting her a purse. Great. I don't know how much I want to say in this because a lot of it's like in my quote section.
That's fine. We can save it.
I guess because it's not like one of my favorite quotes, but when he's getting her the walk on set for Connor and he's talking on the phone.
Yeah, Veronica Mars. No, Veronica V as in virgin.
And the look he gives her when he calls her his friend to the guy on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, calm down. It's to make things easier.
But, okay, what did the person think he said? Because it's not like Veronica could be mistaken for a different name. I don't know. It's not like he said, like, I don't know. What's the name? Like,
there's nothing really that sounds like Veronica.
Yeah. It's like, oh, did you mean like
Tamara?
Like Veronica? Yeah, that's what I meant.
Veronica Obama? No,
because I get that a lot when it's like Travis. Oh, Trevor? No, Travis with a V.
I get Joel from Joe. I'm like, close enough.
Yeah, fair. I have nothing else to say about that. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Logan's when she was asking if. Or who was that? I don't know. Someone was asking Logan about if Connor's in Aaron's new movie with him. And he's like, I don't know if it's so much a movie as a $50 million crap pile. Just say Michael Bay.
That's exactly what I thought when they went to the set. That's exactly what I thought. And this is before Michael Bay was like Michael Bay.
But wasn't Pearl Harbor there already?
Yeah, but this is...
everyone hated Michael Bay from Pearl Harbor.
I also really like this almost hate that Logan has for Connor, because they're all like, yeah, Connor's the son Aaron always wanted.
Yes!
And I'm like, they could have done more with that, because like, we never see Connor again. So let's talk about the other storyline, the Aaron...
Eccles stalker?
Yeah, I like Lynn.
I love Lynn.
I think Lynn, I wish they would have done more with Lynn, used her more.
I wish her fate wasn't what it was in the upcoming episodes.
I don't understand why they killed her off so quickly without doing anything.
Like, anything.
Because it doesn't really
But I get it, because they couldn't do anything to Aaron for Logan.
Yeah.
Like, they needed to just, crush Logan more.
Yeah.
Like, as much as Logan's a jack, he gets kind of fucked over more than Veronica a little bit. Like, at least Veronica has her dad.
Has a mom.
And her mom's not, like... She's a horrible person, but she's not, like, Aaron bad.
Yeah.
And at least she could, if she ever wanted to try to reconnect something, she could. He can't really do that with Lynn.
I still have hope out that she's still alive.
Oh, I know.
I mean, we never saw a body.
No, but that video.
We never saw a body.
I want to see the body.
Yeah.
Come on, Nancy Grace.
I have hope. I'm sure it is what it is, but...
I do like that... Oh, I guess we already talked about that. That it further establishes that the Mars and Eccles used to be, like, friendly with each other.
Well, I really like that Lynn and Aaron are still pretty friendly to Keith.
Yeah, they're not... despite what happened to the Canes and how close... Actually, I don't know how close the Eccles and the Canes are, though. Because at the party, like when Jake grabs Celeste, like they're just like, oh.
Well, they must be close because they're planning that trip together.
Well, I mean, rich people kind of just, I feel, do
don't
that.
Know. I
like, I don't want to travel with poor people, so like.
I guess I don't know. It's
plus oh god, I would have loved to have seen like a Lynn Celeste feud.
I would have loved to see the two of them together just by themselves, like bitching about something or talking about Keith or like talking about Leanne. I would have okay.
Ooh.
This is what I wish they would have done: a flashback with Leanne, Celeste, and Lynn, and then like obviously Celeste hates Leanne, and Leanne's like, well, I am fucking and Lynn's just with their glass of wine like, this is the best day.
Right? She's just sitting back loving life. Like, really, honestly, out of that group, Lynn was the best.
Lynn was, from what we could tell, a good, well, except for the fact that she did nothing about her son being physically abused.
That's true. She probably should have not let her husband, like, beat the shit out of her son with a belt. Just maybe. Outside of that, though, great person.
I just think she was in this, like, relationship, and because she obviously knew Aaron was fucking around.
Well, yeah, when he was, oh god, we'll get there. We can't even talk about it yet.
Yeah, but I
there's a lot of good there with the,
and all she wanted was just a good Christmas party.
I know, and I'll save it for fashion. Never mind.
But I really liked when she's when Keith is like, "What about this 10 people walking around? Do you trust them?" She's like, "The help? Of course I trust them." Like, in her mind, the help would do nothing against her.
No, they love her. Not their perfect Lynn Eccles. No, they treat her. She treats them so good. They're like family.
But I bet she
They're
does.
able to eat in the cupboard.
I bet Lynn does treat them
probably
well,
does.
I will say.
Probably pays them better than Celeste pays hers. Despite knowing that Celeste makes more, or the Canes make more as a whole family. But I liked when Lynn first approaches Keith about helping her out, and she's like, I don't know who she could be, and Keith is just like, not necessarily a she, because Keith knows what the gays are capable of.
Well, and I just like that Lynn's like, I never thought about that.
Especially like when, like towards the end, when Keith is interrogating that one chick about Aaron. I can't remember who, but it's like at the very end, and her husband walks. She's trying on the dress. Her name's Monica. But when she says, well, what's there to tell? Aaron's a sexy, charming movie star with an ass like an 18-year-old wrestler. He's psycho bait.
That's one of my favorite quotes.
I'm sorry.
I love it so much.
But like that with that quote, like, and then Keith's not necessarily a she. I'm like, wow, the gays have been right today. Like, drag us because
But it's true.
It's
I mean,
so true.
And then Harry Hamill plays.
But okay,
he's on Shameless later on, and he's like sleeping with like a 17-year-old
boy.
It's super creepy. But it's also like, I don't know. He is a very attractive man.
I know.
I knew you were
so
gonna see
okay.
it.
No. With his like mullet thing he has.
Not the mullet.
No. So. He looks so like if he was ugly, he would look like my biological father.
Oh.
Yeah.
I get it.
Like if he was like super sun dried out and like full of bigotry and hatred. That's what so I don't really find him attractive.
But it's going kind of back. I just realized how Aaron and Lynn are so nice to Keith. It's because Aaron knows.
Oh, Keith knows like that Aaron has slept with everyone.
No, I think Aaron is nice to Keith because Aaron knows Keith is in no way realizes that he killed. He's like, it must have been Jake. Yeah. That sounds about right.
You know. I heard him yelling at her the other day. Saying he brought her into this world, he could take her out. I heard that, Keith. It's crazy.
But
those Canes.
The moment, I don't know if you felt it, but it really made me uncomfortable rewatching the scene. When Keith kind of confronts Aaron, he's like, "Okay, I know you're sleeping with all these people," and then Aaron kind of looks at Keith. He's like, "Are you going to tell Lynn?" And in my mind, I'm like, would Aaron have killed Keith if he said yes?
Ooh.
Like, because he
killed Lily for that reason.
He gives him this look, and I don't know if they knew at this point what was happening, but there's like this tension, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Fuck. Because Keith is like, no, that's not what Lynn hired me for. And he kind of like exhales. But I'm like, would Aaron have killed Keith in the office right there?
Aaron killed before? Like, another girl that's like tried to come forward about it? Because like Lynn is like shocked by this. Like, coming up in the next episodes, like, you can tell this is the first time she's heard or suspected anything about, which, very naive of her.
Yeah. But it's so weird. Like, just watching that scene, it made me really uncomfortable. Because I'm like, and then I just thought about, like, and then would Veronica walk into Mars' investigation and Keith would just be dead right there?
Right?
Like, and then I had this weird tangent in my head.
Oh my God.
This very different season. If this was like HBO, ooh, I feel like Aaron would have killed
And then
Keith.
oh my God, yeah. Then she has to track down that it's Aaron.
And she has to solve, like, her father's,
Wow. Okay, we need to write this AU. we need to get this shit going. This is good.
And this could all be in my head, but it's great. I think it adds another layer, and it's just because of the actors.
Right, like if
Harry Hamill's, I think, plays the role really well.
If it was gonna be like a limited series and it wasn't gonna like come back, then yes, kill Keith. But like no.
Well, obviously,
yeah.
I don't want Keith dead.
But speaking of someone murdering someone, I forgot to bring up with the other storyline. Weevil like leads Sean out of the house after finding out it was him, and then we never see Sean again.
We do. We just went over this. Sean appears in 2 more episodes after this.
Oh, I thought you were meaning Connor.
No.
Oh, okay. That makes me... Yeah, Sean does appear again. Okay. No, I'm remembering that because when you said... I thought you said Connor.
I might have said Connor.
And I was like, I don't remember him being in anything else. So, okay. That makes more sense. Never mind that whole tangent. But Weevil should. That was my point. Weevil should have killed him.
Oh, I would like to point out Keith has like this weird old phone on his desk. Like a weird like wind up when you like wind the numbers.
A rotary phone?
Yeah. But I'm like, there's no hold on that. How is that even plausible for a business? Like, I'm pretty sure you can't transfer between calls.
No, she transfers to that all the time.
But how? It doesn't have that function.
It transfers to that line. Like, as long as there's a line in, it'll go in and it'll automatically go to them.
Those phones don't have holds on them. You can do it.
It doesn't need to have a hold on it. It just goes right to him.
I just mean in general.
So as soon as it comes in, like,
but you're running a business.
She's not going to send it.
You're running a business.
They are literally a door away. There is no reason for her to not be like, Dad, there's a call on line 1, and then send it through, and he's got it. No. He doesn't need to have it.
But what if he needs to put it on hold?
Set the phone down.
Okay, because her phone at her desk is like a modern for 2004
because
phone.
It's like the reception area.
It looks so stupid. It really bugged me, and I also just hate those phones.
Travis.
That's the problem. That's
aesthetically pleasing.
That's the thing, but it has no purpose.
Yes, it does. I don't need this kind of negativity on this podcast.
I also like when Keith is like interviewing the caterer, and she won't say anything. And he's so smart, and he's like,
"I have that. Yeah.
I heard that you fired, and that you had the bad taste to fire someone." And she's like, "She did not say that." She was
so pissed off. Oh my God, it was so good.
And then she just spilled, and then she's like, "Well,
everything."
I know.
He's so.
I just thought that was so funny because like Keith is very smart. He's a very smart detective. Or private eye or whatever the fuck he is.
This is a really, really good episode with both him and Veronica solving the crimes. Like, in fun ways. It wasn't just drilling some people. But it wasn't.
What I really enjoy about Aaron is he is a fucking moron. Because Keith's like, circle who you're sleeping with. He's just circling like, all these
everyone.
And he's just like, let me be clear. Who you slept with that night.
And his face is just like, ugh. At the end, at the Christmas party, the chick who wants to fuck Aaron and, like, sexually harassing those olives in her glass, like, that was so gross and pornographic. Like,
I wish
foul. It was foul.
I really wish you didn't bring that up.
How did no one else see it?
No, because that was gonna be my MVP to really piss you off. Is to be like the lady sucking on the olives. Is the MVP of the episode. I also really enjoyed I don't know why she caught my attention, but when Weevil backs into the crowd, is like,
Where's Weevil?
the woman behind gives him such this like disgusted look, but she stood out so much. She stole the scene. I'm like, good for you. So we'll kind of get to this. Is the only part of the episode I think is poorly done, and it has nothing to do with the writing. It all has to do with the director. So when Aaron is stabbed, and then it goes into like these quick slow motion cuts, but they're like clearly slow motion post filming.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming like it was just acted really poorly because it wrecks the entire episode, and that's the last scene.
It does not wreck the entire episode.
No, but
stop being hyperbolic.
It's such a it leaves a bad taste because that's the one thing that really wrecks this episode for me, and it's a perfect episode except for that, and I just don't understand what happens.
I guess since we're right there, then we could talk about Veronica confronting Jake.
Oh yeah,
because
beautiful.
It's kind of the
fucking beautiful
opposite, where it's such a perfectly shot scene.
Yeah,
the way it's just so fucking. It's a tense scene.
What was Jake? I mean, I guess they needed to get Jake out of there, but I don't quite understand what Jake was doing, like in Aaron's study.
Yeah.
But if you ignore that,
right? Like Veronica follows, but it was just like a really tense scene because at this point you don't know if Jake is the killer or not, and the way they have Veronica blocking the door, it just like amps up the sense of urgency in the scene.
Keith watches,
yes, and then you have
he doesn't know
that.
what's going on.
He just like he sees them talking, can't hear what they're saying. It was such a good scene. I really,
Jake
really
is
loved
also
it.
very confused because obviously Jake has no idea what's going on.
Right, and now we get like confirmation that like Celeste is the one who's doing all the Leanne shit.
When he is so
What did you do?
Veronica,
what did you do?
Well, because Veronica's like, you wanted my mom out of town, and Jake's like, I didn't.
He is shocked, like genuinely like baffled by
and
this.
then and even like, because Jake doesn't fucking, at the end of the day, Jake doesn't fucking care. Like money, status doesn't mean anything to him. He's like, whatever. But Celeste, that's all she has, is her status. Is like, I assume she does charities. I assume that's her life.
She's the Emily Gilmore of Neptune.
Yeah. So to have like her husband come in and make a scene is just like a social suicide.
Yeah. And like grabbing her arm, like she's gonna like rip that shit off.
I don't think they get enough credit, but like Lisa Thornhill and Kyle Secker are like perfectly cast as these characters.
Oh yeah,
and I think
definitely
they add so much to the series, and I hate that we don't really get them after season one, and not that we really need to have them.
Right, it would just be.
But
nice.
they're so important to the series that like.
Well, once we get them in, like up until Duncan leaves,
barely.
And then Jake returns in the last 2 episodes of season 3.
Because
we get that. Okay. Are we at the end?
I think so. Again, pretty perfect episode.
Yeah, I don't have anything negative.
Oh, this is for JJ. Felix was in the episode. This is a shout out. It's a fun scene. But he was there. I noticed him. He didn't really steal the scene this time because it was a poorly lit.
It was a poorly lit. Oh yeah, when she walks into the.
But Felix, we saw you. JJ, we saw him. Hearts to JJ.
First friend of the pod. Alrighty then. I guess we can get into our segment times.
As kind of a side project, I dispense fashion advice.
So, with this segment, we'd like to talk about all the fashion greats and shortcomings of 2004. And I have a little bit to say, not too much.
I just want to say quickly.
Oh?
I think it's nice that all the 09ers are starting to look like they're dressing like they're rich.
Oh, yeah, because Veronica, like, her olive jacket that has, like, the plaid buttons and that really thin cotton hoodie underneath, that definitely made her look more what she's trying to project wealth-wise.
Yeah, I think they started to get a budget towards the costumes because everyone started to look like they're wearing more brand names.
Yeah, like, Duncan's, like, sweater game definitely jumped up.
He wore a really nice black one later on in the episode.
Yeah.
With like a little American flag on it.
It was real cute.
It was nice to see him in non-blue for once.
Oh, right. Patriotic Duncan. The best thing, though... Not the best thing. one of the best things was Logan and Duncan's matching boxers. Like, that was just such a cute little detail to have. And did you call each other before? Like, that was...
I don't understand the appeal of boxers.
Oh, no. Boxers
They're the
are
most uncomfortable things.
the literal worst.
And they wear them in TV because you can't see, like, a dick outline, I assume.
Yeah.
But they don't work with pants.
No. Not unless you're wearing, like, some Jinko jeans.
Yeah.
I just love that they had matching Christmas-themed boxers. It was really cute.
Because, I feel like Lynn bought them. I want to say Lynn bought them.
And gave Logan an extra pair to give to Duncan?
Well, no, I assume Duncan got them as a Christmas gift last year or something.
Lynn's red dress at the party was breathtaking. Lisa Rinna looked perfect. Like, that was her party, and no one was going to outshine her that day.
I like that no one else was allowed to wear color except for her.
She put in the no red. Black only. No red. Like, they didn't, like, she just, like, nope, I'm the only one in red. It's going to be me. And good, because she looked the best there. Especially while that chick was just fucking with that olive. Jesus Christ. But my favorite was Veronica's yellow and black plaid coat. I fucking want that.
Oh, with like the lamb fur?
Yeah, I want that
that was my favorite too.
She looks so good.
Yeah.
So nice. Anything else?
Yeah. I really liked Celeste's black dress at the party with the pearls.
Oh, yeah.
She looked really good. She looked very like sophisticated and very like proper. The pearls. I love Celeste and pearls.
It fits her character.
Yeah. I see. She just like clutches. She's a clutches.
Oh, yeah, she is. Oh, is she ever.
Logan's popped up green collar near the end with his brown sweater was so fucking douchey, but I was all for it.
Wait, whose? Oh, yeah. I don't... that's an... Yeah.
Sean's orange and blue striped sweater, I wanted to own. Like, I don't...
I get it. It looks horrible on him, but it's a nice sweater.
Yeah, it's a nice color. And then... I can't tell if I like this jacket or not, but Veronica's wearing this purple jacket that has these straps on it. I like it, except for it cuts, like, it ends at her stomach. And, like, it's such a weirdly shaped jacket, but I really like the fur and, like, the straps on it. But I can't tell if I like it or not, because it just, it's so poorly put together, but it's such a neat idea. I don't know. I'm on the fence.
All right.
And you said the lamb fur jacket,
which the best. I want it. Like, I want it for me. I would look
except for
so
I hate
cute
lamb fur. I think it's the most uncomfortable thing.
Oh, I don't.
Because when I used to work at a clothing store, when I was working at a clothing store, we had jackets that had it on, and it gets dirty super quickly, especially in like a retail space because it just collects dust, and it always looks like shit. So I would never own one just for the upkeep of it.
It would be a special occasion. Otherwise, it would be like zipped up in a bag.
That's a thing.
Any more?
Nope.
Okay.
These are the jokes.
So this segment where we talk about our favorite quotes of the episode. I'm going to let you go first so that I cannot say yours. Because I have a lot to choose from.
We've already said like half of mine in this episode. But the ones we did not talk about. When Veronica walks in and...
Best line.
Hey.
See? There you go with that head tilt thing. You know, you think you're all badass, but whenever you need something, it's all, hey.
Just be glad I don't flip my hair. I'd own you.
That's, I think, one of my favorite
that's my favorite line of the episode. Hands down.
Yeah, it's...
Just the way Weevil delivers the, hey. Like, that alone is just, it's not even anything else. It's the, hey. It's the greatest.
I also really like, I didn't write it down, but it reminded me when Logan's like,
we don't take food stamps.
Ouch, you got me.
You got me.
Dude. That was a really good one. Weevil is just perfect, man.
Oh, fuck. We pretty much said everything else except for when Veronica's drinking the Baileys, or the Jack Daniels, and Rush's like, iced tea? How musical theater? For some reason, I thought it was really funny. Because I remember
really good one.
Theater class, we would have like apple juice as beer.
Why?
So you have the color.
Oh, like in the scene. Oh,
in the scene.
Okay. I was thinking like you guys were partying and you're like,
oh
guys, let's get some apple juice and pretend it's beer.
Method.
Y'all are dumb. I was only a theater kid for a year.
5 years, yo.
You would have thought it would have been all
wine,
4
we use
years.
Cranberry juice. Oh, yeah. In Canada, high school is 5 years. I was not held back a year. FYI.
Wait, because 8th grade is considered high school.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
but like there's
Because
some high school
sometimes I
years
say-
that are 7th to 12th grade.
Well, okay, sometimes I say I was in high school for 5 years, and people think I was held back a year.
Well, can you fault them?
Shut up. Anyway, those are my quotes, because we said every other quote.
No,
that I
we
liked.
didn't. There are
We
so
did.
many good ones. I'm actually...
Okay, originally I had like 15 quotes, and I cut them down.
Why?
Because I knew Joe would have at least 15 quotes.
Oh my god.
Because we don't need a half hour of quotes.
You're a liar. With this episode, we do. Because I'm gonna... Okay.
Because this episode's already getting pretty long, so...
Shut your mouth. So we're gonna do a little Veronica supercut of like some of her best lines here, and this is the only way I can think of getting through all of these without it just being me like, I like this. Insert audio clip, and insert audio clip, and insert audio clip.
I love the smell of testosterone in the morning.
This is why I suggested attack dogs. But no, my mother wanted an alpaca.
So, good news, bad news. The good news is, I know who stole the money. The bad news is, I know who stole the money. I don't know if Connor's smile cost $1 million, but his six-pack abs are worth at least double that. Damn. I repeat, damn.
Do you even know how to play poker?
No. But it must be really hard if all you guys play.
Then Logan had some really good ones. Probably his most iconic line outside of the love speech at the Alterna prom is...
Annoy, tiny blonde one. Annoy like the wind.
That whole thing, like that's probably Logan's most iconic line, I'd have to say. Well, outside of like the whole speech, like one-liner. Most people go to that one, I feel. And when Weevil approaches him at his locker to be part of the poker game, and Logan's just like,
If you're asking me to the prom again, the answer is still no.
I really enjoyed that. And I think that's it. Thanks for joining in with that, Travis. A little quiet there at the end.
The quotes, I'll be honest, are not my favorite part of this. But, I don't know. It's funny. It's good times. You picked good ones. But this is also all good ones.
Good times.
Again, watch the fucking episode. I also might have been reading something, but whatever.
You're such an asshole. Okay.
Go Pirates!
MVP time. So every episode we choose who our most valuable pirate is, who we felt was the best character of the episode, on a personal level or an actual factual basis.
Wow. That felt like a personal attack on me, but okay.
What? Just because you give it to people for half a scene. I'm not one to judge. I am not going to judge your MVP this episode. I promised myself. So lay it on me.
Well, it's Logan. So
really? Logan is your MVP?
That's all I have to say.
That's great. Like, I'm happy. I'm happy with it.
It's Logan because this was a good, like...
It was.
It was a full... We saw a lot of Logan. And we saw different sides of Logan. And I like that he's realizing... What I really like is he's realizing he was becoming an asshole.
Yes.
And he kind of somewhat admits it to Duncan.
Yeah.
But also, again, he is 16. He doesn't know how to emotionally, like...
Deal with all those, yeah.
Deal with it. And I feel like...
Why didn't they give him, like, a real therapist? But I don't think he would have.
I was just going to say, Celeste gave Duncan one, because Celeste... That's kind of how Celeste and Jake... They're parents.
Well,
Aaron
Duncan
and Lynn
is
are not
Celeste,
parents.
like...
Yeah.
That's my baby.
But Lynn and Aaron are not, like, real parents. Because, like, they, at the end of the day, they got other things to worry about. Because even when they were gone all night for for homecoming, whose parents were not there? Logan's. Because they probably did not even realize Logan was gone.
Sad.
So...
But true.
And I also feel like Lynn is the type of those parents where it's all like... I don't want to say it because it's... But she's really like the holistic, like, crystal, like that kind of healing.
Really?
And less of like mental care.
I just see her being very aloof.
That as well.
No, I don't know about the whole homeopathic thing. I don't know. Mine is Weevil. Obviously.
Yeah.
The only thing that called that into question was Veronica solving the scene at the end. Like, but Weevil was just too good this episode to pass up. Like, I don't think he gets a better episode. Not anything bad, just like,
Yeah.
He is really fucking good this episode.
Yeah.
So then let's move on to...
Pirate points are earned by being a contributing member of the school.
Pirate points are how we grade the episode. We figure by the end you pretty much know how we feel about it, so we don't really need to give it a numerical grade or a letter grade. We can just kind of have a little bit of fun with it.
I think you realize how we felt the first 2 minutes.
Especially with this one. My God. But I'll go first because mine's just very whatever. But I would give it enough pirate points to send Keith to baseball camp for the next 5 years.
That's so sweet.
I know. He deserves.
Now I feel bad about mine.
Oh no, what rotten thing did you say? One of us has to. I figured you would.
I give it enough pirate points to film an orgy in the Eccles pool house.
Rightfully earned. Honestly, I wanted to make something like that, but I was like, no. I took your like a virgin one, so I'll keep it sweet.
Well, mine's pretty sweet too.
All right, so that wraps things up for today. If you liked what you heard, please subscribe to us and review us on Apple Podcasts if that's where you're listening to us. That way you can follow along whenever we have new episodes, because we have some bonus episodes coming up in July. Actually, I think this is going to post in July, but yeah, God, that's the one problem with recording something like 2 weeks out, 2.5 weeks out almost. But yeah, we do have some bonus episodes coming up, even past the one that might come out before this one.
And I'm really excited.
Yeah. And then if you have any questions, want to talk with us about the current episode, any previous episodes, any upcoming ones, you have questions you want us to talk about, you can email us at veronicamarspod@gmail.com, or you can follow us along on Instagram and Twitter with our handle being veronicamarspod. Be sure to follow those, though. We do post quite a bit of our own content with it. We'll take any of our favorite quotes that we have and make videos of it for Instagram, Twitter. We give visuals of what our favorite episodes were. And we have, I don't know if we'll have it out now, but we'll have some stuff with the MVP. And yeah, it's fun. It's some cute little graphics. Come see. You get to see all the fun little cover art that Travis makes with the characters as marshmallows. They're really adorable. Let them know how cute they are. And then if you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, I am Ojo, OHJEAUX. And you, Travis?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Travis Truant. That's Travis, and then Truant is TRUANT.
Perfect. And we just want to thank you guys for listening. Everyone who has so far, we are very, very, very appreciative of it. Mm-hmm. And I really hope you guys are enjoying this. And we'll see you all next week. And until then, I hope you are having a better day than Logan's unpacked emotional trauma. Goodbye.
Bye.
You tried to say Veronica Mars. We get it. Girl detectives are bitchier than regular detectives. Not into it.